These are either things I've witnessed or maybe have happened in my own career. And I mean, they are stories. There's artistic license there. You know what I mean? There's fictional elements to it, but they've got a basis somewhere.
The guilty have been protected.
That's right. They've got a basis somewhere for something I've seen or witnessed or, whatever else. One of my favorite lines, and this is a foreman of mine I had when I was working. He was a concrete foreman, and I was a laborer with him. And he just said off the cuff one day, he goes, "Man, the work is easy, but the egos are hard." And that is one of my favorite lines. And it's so true in this industry that the work itself, once you learn, it's hard work. Depending, whatever you're doing out there, it's hard work. But it's the egos. The egos are the hard part, man. They're the hard part. And that's what happens in a situation like that. So in that post, I paint this picture of a guy that gets promoted amongst one of his peers to the foreman position when there's another guy on the crew that thinks he should have had it, and now he starts, now he's chipping away at him. Now he's taking shots at him during the morning huddle. Now he's this because he's pissed. He wanted the position. He feels like he's better for it. That's where you've got to have some skill navigating a situation like that, because you can bring the hammer down. You can be the old school guy, the old top down guy, and be like, "Hey bro, look, I got the role, you didn't, you don't like it, beat feet." You can write them up, you can send them down the road, you can do whatever that looks like in your industry. That's not the way to approach something like that, man. What's this guy got going on? Why didn't he get the role? And I think in that story, and it's coming back to me as I talk about it, in that story, man, he pulled the guy aside. He said, "Let's have a conversation." And there's time for some radical candor there, right? There's time to just be straight up and honest with somebody and go, "Look, dude, this ain't happening. This whole little fit you're throwing ain't happening, man. Like, this ain't going to work out here. So we got to squash this now. Let's have a conversation." And I think in that one, I think the way I portrayed the story in that one was, the dude laid into him, right? Called him every name in the book, told him, he was a brown noser, whatever else. That's why he got the position. And that's having some emotional intelligence if you're the leader in that role too, and being able to control your emotions and let somebody get that all out. Let them get it all out. And, that's a big thing, man. That learning to control your own emotions and dealing in an industry that, it's often hot or cold or windy or rainy, and the elements are whipping you, and the work you're doing is hard. And man, the tendency to just get frustrated and not be in control of your own emotions in a situation like that is it's difficult. And I'd say more often than not, people don't get it. So once again, I'm going to go back to kind of just the being human and being vulnerable and having connection with this person and talking to them on their level and meeting them where they're at, and being raw and real. Because I think in that one, I think in that story again, I think he kind of tells the guy, "Look, dude, you're the, give them accolades where they deserve them." I mean, he said, "Dude, you're the best out here. There's no doubt about it. Everybody here would say you're the best out here. The problem is you can't lead people because you're an ass. The way you talk to people, that's it. There's a difference between knowing the work, and we make that mistake a lot in construction, is we take somebody who is extremely skilled at their craft and assume that makes them the next person to be in a leadership position. But that's a different skill set. You can know how to do your craft, whatever that is. But if you don't know how to navigate the different egos, different people, how to meet them where they're at, motivate them based on what motivates them. Like, if you don't know how to do that stuff, you shouldn't be in a leadership position, because it's going to go south. And it frequently does.